How's it going? Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Chaddypete. I mainly sell used men's clothing on eBay, and that's what I've been doing for the past couple of years, and it's been going alright, to be honest. So yeah, welcome back to the channel, and let's crack on. So since the shops have opened again and like lockdown slowly getting lifted and stuff, I felt like I've now been able to actually start reselling properly in 2021. So today what I wanted to talk about was my strategy going forward for this year, and just kind of talk about some of the things that I'm thinking of and things I'm trying to implement and get more profitable in my business, because at the end of the day that's what we all want, isn't it, really? I know the clothes are nice and whatever you're selling is good and all well and good and stuff, going out sourcing, but ultimately we're just doing it to make good profitable amounts of money so that we can live and enjoy our lives and just have the freedom that you want. Is to have the time freedom, is to just be able to pick up and just leave whenever I need to and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, today I'm going to talk about my eBay strategy for 2021, and yeah, let's just talk about it. So if you're trying to find ways of improving your business, or you kind of got into a rut and you're trying to figure out ways you can do to either free up more time or to just be more like lightning sharp, shooter quick with your stuff, watch this video and some of the tips might help you and give you some ideas if you want to just build forward and just keep progressing. So the first thing I'm going to talk about today is reducing sourcing. Now, it's probably one of the weirdest things to even talk about reducing, because that's like one of the most enjoyable parts of reselling, is going out and finding stuff. But I found, as I've looked through my last year's kind of like figures and stuff, I realised I spent a lot of time sourcing when I could have been doing a lot of other things. I spent a lot of money as well, and I found that my bottom line, although it was profitable, it started affecting obviously how much I could take out and use as just normal life stuff. And I found I spent like a lot of money on just buying items and just listing loads and loads. As I looked through my figures, obviously with lockdown, for example, last year, there was months where we couldn't even buy anything. And so I looked at those months and I found that the amount that I sold didn't massively change from when I was sourcing to when I wasn't sourcing. It kind of got me thinking these last couple of weeks, do I need to buy as much? Do I actually need to buy as much, or is it about the things that I had in my store in the first place? So I obviously look back and see what I sold and all that things, and the stuff I always picked up was just really good stuff. And regardless of lockdown or not, it still sold, and it just did well. And so I've been thinking now, like, do I need to go out sourcing as much? Should I reduce the amount of money that I'm spending on sourcing that then can be and obviously saved up to do other things, or just saved up in general, or just be able to use it for more things? And so it's got me thinking about all these different questions. Moving forward, I'm going to really cut back on the amount of time I spend sourcing. Like normally I'd go out maybe 3-4 times a week, like 9 till 5, like proper long days doing all this stuff. And I found, like, although I do enjoy it, there's a lot of other things I do. I try and balance like a lot of things in my life. I've got things like jiu-jitsu that I do. The missus, she goes to the gym a lot, and so trying to balance it around all those different things, it made it so I spent a lot of time being away when that wasn't the whole point in the first place for me doing this on a full-time basis. So I've tried it for the last couple of weeks, and to be fair, it's been going really well. Like, I've had one of my highest selling weeks in the last couple of weeks, so I've reduced it right down. I'm going to test it out and just see how it goes for me, because I like just to kind of see how I can improve, and if I can save money where I can, then yeah, I'll crack on doing that as well. The next thing I was thinking about was increasing the profitable margin. When I go out sourcing a lot, I always tend to only look for items that I can sell for £30, £40 and above, and I always trying to keep it keep my sourcing costs low. Like per item, I would say about £5 an item. The reason why I like to do that is because I can find more items that can sell for like £40 value, instead of just buying one big item, let's say for like £20, and then being able to double the amount that you sell it for. Obviously, you don't make as much if you, let's say, you bought 4 items which can sell £40 each, compared to the £20 item that you sell for £40 or £50 or something like that. Moving forward, I'm just going to be a bit more diligent with it, because as you know, when you go into the shops, you get tempted. Do you know what I mean? You see stuff and it's like £9-10, and you're thinking, oh yeah, that's really nice. I could fit that in the budget. But as you track your figures and it falls into this one, you can now think, is it really worth it? Is it really worth picking up that? Could I find 2 extra things that could have just blasted that amount that I saw for like £9, if that makes sense? I feel like for me now, I'm trying to just make it more simple for myself. If I do make a mistake on a £5 item, it's not as bad as making a mistake on like a £30 or £40 item. My next thing going forward is to improve my pictures. Now, it's one of those kind of things you can do which isn't massively important. I mean, I've seen items just go for stupid amounts of money, and the photo's been taken on the end of a bed. So it's not the biggest important thing, but I think the main theme with regards to pictures is to keep them consistent. Have a consistent place that you take pictures all the time, and then you're able to then just make your store look more uniform. So the easiest way obviously is to get a white background, or as you can see behind me, I've got my wooden background. I've also got like a wooden floor underneath, which is like a nice grey colour. There's just different options you can do, which if you can make, even if it's just the front picture, make that uniform, then yeah, you can really work with that. I've seen on eBay, obviously you have the background removal tool. Now it's one of them. It's a bit hit and miss, to be honest. It doesn't work as well as people like it to work. But one app I have found which works really well is an app called Photo Room. Now when I use Photo Room, there is a watermark on it, so if you do pay the premium package, you do get that watermark removed. I did pay for it, so it doesn't obviously mean anything to me, but it might take a little bit extra time just to crop out that watermark if you're going to use that kind of thing. A lot of time I've been kind of meddling with this one and just messing about with this, and it does bring out really good pictures with a nice white background. So I'm kind of like in between minds of what I want to use. I want to use a wooden background or the plain white background. So I'm just, to be fair, I don't think it affects sales massively, but it's just good for like, even as from a consumer side, just to see like, when you see a certain background, you know it's more than likely going to be the same seller who sells all the items that you like, and so they can recognize you quite easily. It's all that kind of branding stuff. So yeah, Photo Room app is a really good one to use if you want to start obviously building up and just having a nice consistent white background. But it does have other backgrounds on there as well, but I've not really looked into that yet. So just download it. It's on iOS and Android, so you can have a look and just see if it works for you. One of the new features that eBay has introduced is the send offer option. Now I think it came in last year, maybe just at the end of the year before that, but it's not been around for too long. But sending offers is a really good way just to kind of get people's eyes on your items, especially people who are interested in the item, who've clicked on it and kind of scrolled for a while or watched it as well. People like fall into two groups. There's people who send the offer straight away when they see it, and there's other people that wait until the evening or wait until the weekend to send like a big bunch of them. I've not really seen the benefits of either like leaning too hard on either side. Like I've tried both ways. I've sent offers straight away and had sales. I've also waited till the weekend, so I've got like 100, maybe 150 offers, send them all at once and end up getting like maybe like 15 sales at once. So again, it just depends on like what's more comfortable for you. Personally, what I'm trying to do now is I just try and send them all. I try and send all the offers that I'm allowed to send for that day at the end of the day. I normally get maybe like 20, 25 offers on certain items, and I send them just at the end of the day, like around 7 or 8 o'clock. And it seems to be doing well for me, to be honest. I've been doing it that way for like the last couple of weeks. So I'm gonna keep trying it. Obviously, if it kind of stops working, I'll try the other methods. So yeah, send offers is a really good one to use though, just in general. If you've got a lot of them, just send them off and just see how it goes for you, because I found that it's just a good way to just obviously bring traffic to your store. I've had people who I've sent an offer to ask me some questions about certain items, and then look at more items. Just have a look at it and see what you think. But when it comes to sending offers, make sure the offer is a bit of a head turner offer. Like if you've got a £50 item and you're sending an offer for £45, they're not even going to bat an eyelid. They're going to probably just not even be annoyed, but just think that's not even worth even looking at and just move on. It's got to be a good offer. So whether you can get the £50 thing into like 30, 35, just something that makes someone actually want to think, do I really want this actually? Because I really liked it at 50, but now that it's 30, I'm kind of like tempted to now like actually get the thing. So just work out what your best percentage is. Normally I kind of do around like 30% offer on any kind of item that I get. I know like it's a bit deep, but then it goes obviously into my first kind of strategy is just to get a better margin, so I can have the room to breathe when it comes to sending offers like that. So yeah, just play around with it and see what you think and see if it helps you out. Now another thing I want to do more often is just refreshing my old listings. Now what we tend to forget is when we go sourcing, you always like to buy new things because new things is always cool because you've not seen it before. But at the end of the day, everything that you've bought, you've wanted to sell at one point, you've intended to sell. So when you have an old listing on there that's been sat there for like maybe like a year and a half or so, it's not old, it's not been refreshed for a while, and you did want to sell it, you didn't want it just to sit there. So what I've been doing is on a daily basis, I've just been seeing things that are ending I've been looking at things that have been ending that day, and I've just been ending those items and then just clicking sell similar, and redoing them all, checking any keywords, checking this, that, the other, and just seeing if there's anything I can do. Maybe the price was too much, maybe the picture quality wasn't as good as I thought, maybe the keywords weren't that good, and it's just giving me an opportunity just to go through every single one of our listings on a monthly basis even. And as I stay diligent and doing it on a monthly basis, then it's effectively having new stock all the time. And as I've been doing it for the last couple of weeks or so, I've noticed that the older items that have been sat there for a while have been getting offers on them, I've been getting watches, getting sales obviously. And so it's a really good way just to kind of stay active on your account as well, because obviously eBay likes you being on their site, and the more time you spend on the site, the more it kind of helps your kind of sales as well. So even if it's just checking just going through, maybe even if it's just 5 listings that you've got, end them, have a look at them individually, see if there's any problems. If there's no problems, maybe edit the price a little bit, reduce the price a bit, increase the price, sometimes that works as well. And just use that option, because as I've been doing that, like I say, it's just been really working out for me. So yeah, so this is not a long one, this is just talk about my strategy, because I just feel like when you've got a strategy, you just know where you can go and what you can do to be able to build your store, make it better, just improve it, just make your life easier. You know, like you can go into a shop and you can get confused sometimes and thinking, should I pick this up? What am I doing? Even sometimes you get stuck and think, what am I actually trying to achieve? And when you got a strategy in place, you just know you got a laser focus all the time. You know what you're looking for, and you know when to like drop an item, or you know when to kind of leave a shop because it's not working for you and just go to the next one. Obviously, like this video, please like it, and please subscribe to my channel, as I'll always whipping out some videos every week. But yeah, thanks for coming again. I will see you soon. So take care. I'll see you soon.